All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry to cough in your ears immediately. Let me know if you guys can hear me decently. I hear my own audio coming in from Twitch. All one viewer in Twitch. How's it going? But yeah. Again, kind of a last-minute stream as per usual. You guys know I don't plan these things in advance. But after yesterday's, let's say, divisive stream, I wanted to do something a little more lighthearted. I didn't want the last stream up right now to be, talking about gossip or drama, which I do have an update on the Reddit stuff, which I'll get into in a bit. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit more fun. I'm going to be going through all of my videos I've uploaded to the channel, and I'm going to rank them. And then alongside that, I'm also going to let you guys vote on where a video should go. Now, granted, I know that, like, 30% of you, actually, let's bump that up to 80% of you, have not seen every video on my channel. So, that list is going to be interesting. Turn up the volume, Bear Man. Oh. Shit, sorry. Turn up the volume on my mic or the music? Probably the music a little bit, right? Oh, my ears, oh my god. Why, Joe, why? Wait, what's wrong? What's wrong with audio? Guys, now I'm scared. Guys, I need more info than this. I didn't know there was music. I'm speaking louder. I don't know if I can get much louder than I am. Oh god. Okay. We crank up the music. You guys don't hear music? You can't hear me. Okay. Someone along the line is bullshitting. First, let me get us over to the real stream. Okay. My mic is on. The music's on. I can hear you, but barely hearing the music. Okay. How about now? I can't tell if you guys are fucking with me, if you can hear me or not. Do you hear the music now? Now it's balanced. Okay, thank you, boys, again. Okay, fucking guys. Now you're scaring me. Okay. We're gonna run this. Okay, now it's good. Everyone's saying it's good. By the way, you can really tell what the YouTube meta is if, like, the video on my channel talking about my content has, like, 26 views. And the, oh, let's talk about the hot Reddit gossip is breaking, like, 250. Oh, man. Nah, it's okay. Today's stream is just mainly gonna be for me anyways. Now, before we get into the fun tier list, I do want to just give a brief update on the Reddit thing. So, after I streamed yesterday, word got... it caught the Reddit waves. The r/persona mods did find out about it. I also found out that they have, like, someone in, like, the Discord that was, like, reporting on it. I didn't dig into that too much, but there is technically a mole. But all I can say right now is they reached out to me this morning and they were like, hey, let's have a civil conversation. But if we do this, can you not, like, publish and share it? And I said, okay, because, like, honestly, that's all I've wanted from them this entire time, is just to, like, have a reasonable conversation. Like, that's what I've been asking for since the very beginning. So, I am currently talking with them. It has gone okay. There are still things I don't agree with, but I think that goes both ways. But they are at least not instantly muting me. Aside from that, though, I won't get into too much details about it, but where we left off is I apologized for some things, and I basically said I will kind of like publicly apologize and take it back if you remove my name from the filters and you unban me. Because honestly, I don't really care if they unban me. That's just kind of a for fun, see if they'll do it. But I do want my fans to at least be able to post about it, you know? Like, I don't really care if I can post in the Persona subreddit. Obviously, it would be nice for me to promote my new videos, but I'm more worried about people who are fans of my stuff, and then they want to go talk about it, and then they get, like, muted. I use the word ban. I should be using the word muted. That's more correct. But anyways, that's all we're really going to talk about it on stream today. They haven't responded to my offer yet. I threw out the, hey, we can publicly bury the hatchet if you want to, you know, remove my name from this list and whatever. But they haven't responded, so we'll see. If you see an apology from me come out, that's probably why. But anyways, today's stream, I'm gonna temporarily take the toad off of the screen, guys. I know, I'm so sorry. Let me get my tier list up. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, I actually do have a tier list on tierlist.com that I like to update every time I upload a video. People in the Discord probably get annoyed with this because every time I do a new upload, I will do a ping afterwards and be like, hey guys, question of the day, rank the video among all the other videos. And not a lot of people do it. It's mainly just for me. But I do have every upload from the Mario Kart roster video to the fact video from a few days ago. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about each of these entries, and then I will put them on my list, and then I will throw up a poll in the Discord that asks you guys to rank it. But I'm going to take a sip of my funny juice, and then we're going to get started. Yes, Fexwith, I would actually really like that. I will post the tier list in here. If you want to go make one of your own. If you do, make sure to share it in the Discord and maybe even tweet it at me if you're more into that sort of thing. Okay. Also, we will be jamming to the Pokemon XD soundtrack today. Let's see. No, that is a little too intense. That's a little too triumphant. Getting on port? Sure, alright. So, despite the fact that 95% of you have probably came in after the bear video, there are a handful of videos that came out before then. If we want to be technical, I had a whole other YouTube channel that, like, from ages 10 to 16 that I used, but God knows we're not talking about that today. The very first quote-unquote official video that I made on my channel was fixing every Mario Kart roster. To be honest, this has always been a weird one for me to think about, because this video was inspired by, like, just a random video about a guy talking about Mario Kart 8 DLC predictions. And I had such a fascination with, like, fixing all the other rosters, even though I'm not that big of a Mario guy. You'll see, you know, later we will talk about the almost 4-hour-long epic that was the Mario spin-off retrospective. But I don't really know why I did this video topic. I'm not big on Mario. I'm certainly not that big on Mario Kart. Like, I don't really play it that much. But it was the first, like, scripted video I've ever done. It's okay, considering how long ago I made it. I guess I should be showing these on screen, right? That would make for a better user experience. Yeah, so considering this was the first video I ever made, it was the first time I tried to do, like, a delivery. It's not that bad. This is a weird intro.
Yeah, that's right, fuckers. I'm here with the Halloween special, baby!
Yeah,
You get Mario and Bowser, but then you also get their bitches right next to them.
Okay, that was a weird one to cut to. No, so originally the plan, this video was going to be a lot more like a Scott the Woz video. I had a whole side plot scripted about how I was trying to, like, gather friends for a quote-unquote race war. But we even, like, went and recorded some of the footage live, like, at a Denny's. But I needed, like, 5 friends in person to make that video. And I was only able to get 2 to show up on time. So the video sat dormant, unfinished for like 3 or 4 months. And I was really depressed on Halloween night or night before Halloween. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I got nothing better to do. I might as well, like, if I'm going to be depressed, I might as well be productive while being depressed. So I went and finished this video. That's why there's, like, this shoehorned in Spider-Man costume. The rest of the video is kind of edited weirdly because it's edited by me. Fun fact, like, 30% of this video was edited by my friend LG, who you now may know as the voice actor for Akechi and Junpei in the Persona and Rumpa series. And the other 50% was edited by Steven, who, if you don't know, is a very, very popular, a popular YouTuber. I don't want to say very popular. I'm not dissing on him, but he's got around the same amount of subscribers as me. But his videos are, like, in the millions. He makes a lot of fighting game videos, specifically on Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. New video of his just dropped. Make sure to check it out. He's more famous than me, that's for damn sure. But yeah, this video is just kind of okay, to be honest. I highly doubt any of you have seen this. Joe, do you realize what a race war is? Yeah, I know. That was the joke, I was like, oh, it's a race war. And obviously it wasn't. But yeah, it's hard for me to be too hard on this video because if we're talking about actual quality, it's an F tier, right? It's not edited the best because half of it was edited by me. It's not that funny. My vocal delivery is awful. You can tell I'm still figuring it out. But it's got some good jokes. And I'm, like, a little bit nostalgic for it because it's the first thing I ever made, so I can't be too hard on it. So I would personally put it around neutral. Now, this whole, like, you guys decide the tier list is gonna be a little weird during these first few entries, but the way that this is gonna work is in my Discord, which if you are not a member of already, the link is in the stream description. In feedback and suggestions, it's the channel that's going to be, like, the least intrusive for me to do this in. I'm putting a poll right now of rank the Mario Kart roster video. And I'm going to put all the tiers, all the funny little tiers. But most importantly is you guys are probably just going to put didn't see. Honestly, there's going to be, like, 2 people who can actually dictate this video. But the poll is now up in feedback and suggestions, so I'm gonna give that a minute for people to decide on while I take a gander at chat. The Spider-Man should make it into C. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that costume was. I think it was the only costume I had at the time, and I wasn't comfortable sharing my face. I think I do eventually for, like, a few seconds in that video. But as you can tell, I'm still not too crazy on sharing my face. It's not like I hate myself in that regard. But, I don't know. I've always wanted to be a PNG tuber. Never a VTuber. Oh, hey! Thank you, Judgment Kazi, for becoming a member. That means a lot, man. Or woman. I guess I shouldn't assume. Also, Cheez-It King is following. Thank you. So many lives in a row. Joe, are you okay? Phoenix, you can tell I've got not a lot going on this week, and I am trying to be more interactive with my audience between uploads. Let's see. We are at 13 votes. 5 of them are didn't see. 3 of them are C tier, which is, you know, that's fair. S tier. Side plot scripted about. Oh no, people are quoting my race war. Guys, no. All right. I'm gonna put this one in haven't watched yet. I guess I'll rename it to didn't see. Which I'm not surprised about. What's really going to get interesting is when we get into the bear videos. That's when people are going to start losing their minds. Phoenix, I know, is in chat. Rising Phoenix. Does this mean we'll get regular streams in 2026? Don't count on it. This is a special circumstance. Okay. The Beating Every Game series. I'm also going to change the music. Yeah, alright. Okay. Whoops. So, the Beating Every Game series was interesting. Because this was gonna be, like, my main series that my channel was dedicated to. Because, like, I've never been big on, like, video game reviews. As you can tell, I don't do them on my channel. But I kind of... There was a while where I didn't think about I could do anything other than game reviews. Something about my brain was just like so fixed on that is the only video game content you can make. Now, granted, over time, I realized, hey, I can make shit posts. I don't have to have respected opinions. But for a while, my spin on it was like, okay, I'll make like game reviews, but the series will be I've never played any of the games in the franchise before. Because there are a lot of video game franchises that I have just never touched. Like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Halo, like some key staple series that I've just never played before. So the idea was I would play and beat one game from each of these franchises. I would talk about them as someone who's a blank slate in like 2022, 2023, whenever this came out, and give my thoughts on it. And this first video was weird because later on you'll see that I do themes like, oh, fighting games, PlayStation platformer. This was just like the first 3 games I played for this challenge, which led to a very mismatched group of Sonic, Yakuza, and Donkey Kong 3. So like 2 platformers and an RPG, and 2 of them are Sega games, but one of them's Nintendo. It didn't work, you know, like nothing about it was cohesive. But this video, I don't know, man. Like, again, I'm kind of a little bit nostalgic for it because it's like the first, you know, like, this is the first video I made with Adam at the helm. There were a few Pokemon Violet Let's Play episodes, but this was the first scripted Joe and Adam venture. And Adam and I like to talk about this video because it shows just like genuinely how much we've improved on every aspect if you compare this video to like now. Like our editing is better, the like vocal delivery is better. Like, I mean, oh, you can barely hear this, but point is, I suck. I didn't have anything interesting to say about Sonic Mania. Donkey Kong, I was really just trying to fill the script, and Yakuza, I fucking loved. But that's kind of not a game you can do justice in just like a few minutes. And I also kind of feel like a fake Yakuza fan because I've only played the Like a Dragon duology. So like, I don't know, this one was weird. It doesn't get the same amount of like nostalgia points for me. I just don't like it. But it does get bumped out of F tier simply because I'm still figuring shit out. By the way, I'm realizing I should make these tier lists or like these polls before I start talking. Beating every game ever. Rank it. Do it. But no, there are very few people in this audience that were around for this video. Because this, I still only had, like, less than 1,000 subscribers at this point. Which this next video we're going to talk about is a little bit different. I've got more interesting things to say about the fighting game video. But in the meantime, I did just post the poll in the Discord. If you're just tuning in, the link to the Discord is in the description below. Feel free to join it. You can vote in. You can affect these polls. Again, I feel like this is going to be, didn't see. I feel like we're not going to start seeing shit until the bear video. Let's see. So far, 3 people put it at B. Another 3 put it at didn't watch. 1 person at A. Is that Phoenix? Where did Phoenix put it? Phoenix, have you not ranked this yet? Phoenix, come on now. F tier because you didn't play Limbus in it. How many people are in chat complaining about me not playing Limbus right now? Someone's talking about Fear and Hunger. I have watched my little sister play Funger. It does not look like a game for me. Bug Fables, I have played like the first dungeon. It was fun. I need to pick it back up. Yeah, I was still in the like 100 subscriber territory back then. Okay. There was an argument for B. It was 4 votes B, but it is ending in 6 votes didn't watch. So, God, man, fucking bunch of fake fans. Dude, I should have done this when I had 200 people in chat. Nah, it's okay. The people in stream right now are the real homies. These are the real Fredheads. Okay. The fighting game video. Before I start talking about this, I'm gonna make the poll. Rank the fighting game video. Fighting game is interesting. I have fond opinions about this one. But the poll is live in case you want to vote now while I talk about this. Of course, gotta change the music. Okay. So, beating every fighting game, despite what you would think looking at the view total, 6,000 views. That's like less than... Like, I make 6,000 views in my sleep nowadays. But, at the time, beating every fighting game was like Adam and I's magnum opus. This was our big video. It was like the first video that ever got over like 1,000 views. And that was a big fucking deal at the time. Because all of our videos were like, we were hooting and hollering if by 2 days in it got 100 views. Because that meant, oh, someone's watching our shit. And the beating every fighting game video, I remember I shared a lot more on Reddit. We're not going to derail and talk about the Reddit. But I shared it in a few fighting game subreddits, and it actually got some engagement. You'll see that there's like almost 100 comments, which is a big deal. Because, like, remember, at the time, Adam and I would be lucky if we got fucking 4 comments on a video. This video is better quality-wise. We started to find our footing a little bit with, like, some editing tricks. Now, granted, we don't hit our editing stride until the bear video. But, you know, we're fucking around with different aspect ratios. I believe this was the first time Adam spoke in a video. And I had more interesting things to say, which is funny, because I'm gonna share this. This is a little bit of a precursor, because I talked about BlazBlue Crosstag specifically because it had Persona in it. And at this point in time, my brain is like, oh, I get to talk about Persona. I love talking about Persona. But I still didn't click in my head that, oh, maybe you should just talk about Persona then. You guys probably can't hear it, but I go off on a tangent about, like, how the Persona characters are, like, personified. Because a lot of Persona characters get flanderized in spin-off titles. And BlazBlue is pretty bad about that. Like, Yosuke is just a bumbling, self-deprecating idiot. Naoto is like this super cool Light Yagami confident girl, which is like so not her actual personality. But no, I talked about that. I got to talk about Ruby a little bit. No, this video was okay. I still don't consider it good. Like, I would never go back and recommend someone watch this if they want good Joe Frederick content. But I can at least, like, sometimes I'll listen back to it and be like, you know what? We were starting to figure out what we were doing. I did get a little bit of controversy, though, because I called King of Fighters not only a bad game, well, not bad, but, like, unpopular, which it has a huge following in, like, not America. And I also said it was the same thing as Fatal Fury, which is not true. King of Fighters is, like, a Smash Brothers series for the SNK verse, as far as I'm aware. And I actually really fucking liked it. It was, like, one of my favorite fighting games of this batch. Now, granted, these early videos, I still had that problem of, I don't really like fighting games. So I don't know why I thought I would make a good video talking about fighting games. I still, at this, like, period, had a really big problem with, like, talking about things I think are interesting, but I'm not interested in them. So the commentary is not that good. Daniela says, I remember when you didn't know that Blake and Yang were free DLC. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But, like, in my defense, they, like, didn't launch that way. I think they were, like, paid DLC for, like, they were either planned to be paid DLC, or they, like, were for a week, but then they became free. But no, the fighting game video, that one I'm gonna put up at neutral. It is objectively better than both of these two things. But it's still pretty low in the grand scheme of quality, but there's a special place in my heart because this was Adam and I's first taste of success. We didn't get our full plates filled for a couple more videos, but it was something, huh? All right, let's take a look and see how many... Oh, God, I gotta scroll up. Y'all are talking. Okay, 17 votes on this one. I should be posting these before I start ranting. Okay, there were 6 votes for B tier, but 8 votes for didn't watch. Also, people are now making a my honest reaction meme out of the Spider-Man face. That's really good. One of the mods, make that a sticker in the Discord if you're listening. Alright. Next up. Oh, we're getting the fucking intense music for this one. Because I got some shit to say. The beating every PlayStation platformer video. This one might look a little bit different to you guys. Because the thing is, I changed the thumbnail. Because this video bombed, right? It was not a good video. It didn't hit the algorithm the same way that the fighting game video did. In this video, I talked about, like, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. But even in the video itself, you can tell I'm not interested in the topic. Like, I did not really have fun with Spyro and Crash, and I think it's a problem of I didn't grow up with them, so I don't hold the same amount of enjoyment for them as, like, a lot of people probably do. And you can tell that, like, in the video, I grouped them together. And I was like, guys, I don't really have anything interesting to say. I think they're just fine. Which was, like, I think a lot of people are off-put by that. Because, like, these are the PlayStation platformers. And I just had no interesting commentary to give. Oh, this is a good bit. This is the, like, one good bit from this video. Okay, if you couldn't hear that because it was really quiet, the joke is I show a bunch of screenshots of the King of Fighters community getting mad that I said their game was, like, mid, and it's a Jimmy Neutron clip of him running and hiding, and he's like, at a time of crises, intellectuals are always the first to go. Oh, guys, the poll. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can tell I have ADHD. But yeah, sorry. You ever notice who would win a death battle between Young Sheldon and Jimmy Neutron? There's a video for you. By the way, Phoenix, thank you for making that a sticker. I see that. No, I just did not like this video. You'll also notice that in this video alone, I put a purple border on it. That was like my most trying to be Scott the Woz decision. And I justified it at the time because we're changing the background colors for like each game section. But like, no, even Adam at the time was like, are you sure? I really don't think we should do this. And I'm like, no, it'll be fun. And now it's just so blatantly like, I don't know. I also do a couple of these like live action shots that like I recorded like in my fucking not built bedroom. Like I think I throw a bunch, yeah, hitting a can of spaghettis with a wrench. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't funny. And I said Ratchet and Clank was bad, and I do have a confession to make about this. I never actually beat Ratchet and Clank. This is false advertising. I got to like 3 hours before the game was beaten, and I was having such a bad time. I was like, okay, I'll script and record it, and we'll edit it, and I'll beat it, and if anything changes, I'll change the script. And then I just never went back and beat it. To be honest, I would probably bump this down to F tier nowadays, but I gave it to D because I didn't want people to be mad at me. Oh, Moogle mentioned. I then played Jak and Daxter, and Jak and Daxter was fucking phenomenal. That, I was blown away. That was like one of my favorite games I played from doing this series. Because it's basically just like a small open world, like Mario 64 type game. And people said I'm gonna love the second game, but from what I know about it, I'm probably not. Because that game seems more linear and story-based, and I kind of just like the like open sandbox nature of Jak and Daxter. But no, this video is bad. I tried to change the thumbnail, see if that would maybe like re-engage it, but no, the views kind of sucked. I don't think I told many funny jokes. I didn't have interesting commentary. This is the first one that I'm putting in actively bad. And if we look at the Discord, yeah, 8 people. People have seen this one the least, which is kind of impressive. Did Phoenix watch it? Yeah, Phoenix, my goat, put it in B. Thanks, Phoenix. #1 classic Joe Frederick fan. 0 out of 10 Joe's stream has no drama. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me see if they responded on Reddit. Alright, they didn't. You guys will be first to know. That's not true. I told them I wouldn't publicize it. Okay. The ice type video. Now the Pokemon music makes sense, huh? No, oh, this is too chaotic. Alright. So the ice type video is very interesting, and I'm gonna make the poll. I'm making it now before I forget. Pokemon ice type, rank it. So the ice type video, if I were to get to remake one of my videos today with modern like vocal delivery, writing, and editing, it would be this one, because I think at its core, this is a really good video that I fucked up the intro really badly, and it just tanked everything else. I have a really unfunny joke about like, oh, it takes 20 seconds to get into the actual video. And then the first 2 minutes are explaining why this is a sequel to an M&J TV video, but I got permission for it. So it takes like 2.5 minutes to get... Jesus. 2.5 minutes to get into the actual video. And then like... my mic, what was up with my mic on this video in particular, but at its core, I think this is a really fun video because M&J TV is a Pokemon YouTuber, if you didn't know, And he had a series where he talked about how Pokemon types, like, evolved and changed over the generations, like, what moves and Pokemon they got added, and he stopped making that series, because, like, he was like, oh, none of the other types are that interesting to talk about. And I always thought that wasn't true. I thought the Ice type had a lot of interesting stuff to say. Certainly as much as, like, the fucking Steel type. Because, like, they get heavily nerfed in Gen 2, and then they kind of, like, never fully recovered from that. Because, like, the interesting thing about Ice types is they're supposed to be glass cannons. That they can hit a bunch of types, but they're weak to a bunch. But the problem is, every water type can, like, learn an Ice move. So, the advantages of Ice, you're almost never gonna want an Ice-type Pokemon for. And I just thought it was really fun to talk about how each generation the Ice type got worse. And it didn't, like, start to recover until, like, Gen 6. So, like, I think at its core, also the editing for this one is very good on Adam's part. Like, the information I think we're displaying is very unique. This is the most, like, experimental we got with, like, graphics at the time. And I think this definitely was, like, pivotal for us getting better at the visual editing. And this also was the first example of me, like, talking about a topic that I'm interested in, but inserting my own jokes. Now, granted, I think this is one of the worst cases of my, like, doing the YouTuber voice. Because I'm like, what? Oh, there's an example, like Smoochum.
Decent new additions this generation, such as Espeon, Xatu, Lugia, and oh, would you get out of here? Well, at the very least, Smoochum and Swinub have the very niche honor of being the first Ice type.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's not horrible, but I sound very shrill in that video. So, like, I don't know. I really like this video, and part of me at some point this year wants to remake it and worry less about the whole, oh, I got permission from MJTV. I might just fucking ship it and then in the description explain it. Because I do actually in the description, I put the emails. I reached out to MJTV directly, and I was like, hey, I really want to make this video. And his, like, assistant responded and was like, hey, as long as you don't copy our thumbnail, you're good. So I didn't, and I actually do, for what it's worth, I really like the thumbnail. I think I could make it better nowadays, but since this was like the first thumbnail that I made on my own in a while, I thought it was not bad. Personally, I would put this at, like, if I remade it now, it could be A rank, but it's probably at top of C, low B. No, I like it more than these two. But it's not a B quality video in the grand scheme of things. It's like C or D tier because of how I sound in it. But the contents are good. Again, man, talk about, you know, overconfident on my part. No one has fucking seen these videos. Alright, I promise it'll get hype. We're so close. We only have 3 more videos to go. We're also dropping viewers by the second, but that's okay. This is not for the everyman, alright? This stream is for us Fredheads, okay? Next up. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't put this in here. Wait, did I even look at the PlayStation one? I'm assuming no one watched it. Yeah, no one watched that. Okay. I'm not gonna do the fucking, hold on. I need the fucking different music for those. Okay. Adam's Sonic video, I'm not gonna do the poll for because I know nobody fucking saw this thing. This was like during a really weird point in my life. I was like building my studio that I record in now. So there were like 2 months that I was just like out of commission. And at this point, we were uploading monthly. We had a new video out every month, and we kept that going for a while. So I was like, hey, Adam, do you just want to, like, make a video for you and upload it? Because this was before he had a channel. And he was like, yeah. So he made this video, and it was good. But it got, like, worst views we'd ever had on the channel at that point. Like, maybe 150. It got up to 300 around the bear arc, but I ended up just like unlisting it because he also like, he had his own channel at that point. So I was like, do you want to at least upload that on the Attaboy channel? And even he was like, no, it's not to the same standard of quality that I would, you know, put it. So as a joke, whenever I ask someone to rank the videos, they'll put Adam's video in S and all of mine in F. On its own though, it's a good video. It's basic, like, as far as subject matter goes, but it was good. It helped Adam kind of establish a presence on the channel. Okay. I'm gonna leave the music on, though. I love Pyrite Town. Alright, next. Did I move it? Okay. The Mario spin-off retrospective. There's, like, 2 people in chat right now that are, like, hooting and hollering for this thing. And I don't know, man. It's an interesting one to discuss. So, there have been a few times over my career that I have felt like a video is going to define the channel. Like, it is going to make things take off. I kind of thought the Pokemon Ice type video would do that. Like, I thought I would get some M&J TV clout. Didn't work. That's fine. This was our opus at the time. We spent like 3 or 4 months on this 3.5 hour long saga. And again, I don't know why I fucking did it, because I'm not that big of a Mario head. Like, I grew up with Nintendo, and I grew up playing a lot of Mario games. I love some Mario games, mainly the RPGs. But this video doesn't fucking talk about those. I thought it would be really interesting to talk about all of the fucking... Changing the music, by the way. Because this is more than I thought it was going to be. Hold on, I need the mirror beat theme. Alright, yeah, now we're cruising. I thought this video was going to take off. At the time, my thought process was, oh, in the YouTube algorithm, long videos are killing. So all I need is like 100 people to watch this full thing and it'll take off. And it fucking bombed. Like, there are 5,000 views on this now, but at the time, it was only like 200 views, which was low even for like the standard at the time. It was so bad that I even did the like pay YouTube to advertise the video, and that's where like 1,500 of these 5,000 views came from, and it still didn't like take off at all. Now, granted, I like this video a lot. You can definitely tell that there are 3 months of progress between learning how to write, edit, record, and comedy. Because, like, I am at a much different style by the start of this. Also, Adam got to voice a few segments.
Into 1992, when all you did was talk about printing. Recognizable titles here. We have the first installment of the series that is the poster child for the Mario spin-offs, Super Mario.
Okay, just trying to find a good segment.
Made them pretty simple and just threw them in a package all together. But
okay, sorry. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Are people even here? How many of us are here? 36, let's go. But yeah, this... I feel like we learned a lot as we went on, and Adam and I will still say that this is like probably one of the most important videos we've ever made just because of how much practice it gave us. And even if this video didn't perform that well, there are like, I want to say 7 people in my life that I've talked to personally that are like, dude, I love that video. I kick it on when I'm trying to sleep, when I'm drawing, when I'm gaming. Which, like, that was the mission statement of this video, was this is good background noise, and it's long. there is a market for long videos, and I know that there are people out there who wish that I did make long videos. There were like 100 people who were like praying that the Persona Danganronpa series was one massive 8-hour long epic. But no, there are some segments of this video that I think are really funny. Like, I really started to find my footing around the Mario Kart 8 section. But no, this is the first video in this discussion so far that I would say you might enjoy it. Like, you might go back and get some Joe Frederick content out of it. It's silly. It's a bit more reviewer than shitposter, which, as I've mentioned already, I'm not crazy on reviewing unless I'm passionate about it. And I wasn't passionate about a lot of these things. But I would say once you get past the, like, Game Boy Advanced era and you start getting into the GameCube and Wii games, that's when I start getting a little bit more passionate about it. I do kind of wish this video would have, like, a renaissance and it would suddenly, like, pick back up and people would be like, oh, this video was really good. But nah, that's not gonna happen. Like, dude, 48 comments is insane considering that, like, even the fighting game video had like 100. And like, when I upload new videos, typically I'll see on all my older videos, there will be like 3 or 4 new comments from people just like watching the backlog of my stuff, right? There's hardly anything here. Shout out Blueberry Jam. I think they're in chat right now, actually. I recognize the Tepic. Yeah, there they are. There they are, most recent chatter. Nah, this video, it was fun. I personally, now that I'm like talking about it like this, I would say B tier. Again, in the grand scheme of if I was ranking it just as a video, probably closer to C. There's a lot of like, oh, I gotta talk about this like Game Boy game that I don't care about. But if you're interested in going back and watching this after what I've said, you could probably skip to around like the hour and 10-minute mark if you wanted. But anyways, let's see what the Discord thought about that. Okay, 15 votes. 9 people have not seen it. Really, the challenge of this video is a video people have seen. Okay, now we're cooking. This is what people have been waiting for, all right? The Persona Bear video. We all know this one. Let's see. All right. By the way, least well-aged thing in this entire series of videos is me saying, look at all these leaks. And it's a bunch of Midori screenshots. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. As you guys probably can tell, the Persona Bear series is very important to me, as it is probably to you. This was the first time that I was like, hey, maybe I should talk about a game series I give a shit about and know about. And it did really fucking well. Okay, so the Persona Bear video. Oh, Phoenix, can you throw up a poll, please, for me in the feedback channel for this? Because I got a lot to say. The Persona Bear video, even if it's aged, it's like going on 2 years old now, I still think is one of the funniest things I've ever written. It's one of the best ideas I've ever had. And it was a right place at the right time kind of thing. Because the thing about Persona Bear is the Persona fandom, while it is very big, there's a huge audience for Persona, and it's a very passionate audience. There's not a lot of YouTube creators for it. Like, yes, you do have, like, Crystal Ah and Joseph Anderson, and then you have people who upload footage, like Faz and Harry Type C. You can tell I steal a lot of this footage. But there's not a lot of people that are making just, like, random bullshit comedy videos. Like, you'll get like challenge runs, but not a lot of shit posts, you know? The Persona fandom kind of has this, I don't want to say issue, but like commonality of having like 5 jokes that they repeat ad nauseum. So my goal was to make a new shit post with new things to repeat. And it did very well. I also went for an extreme marketing tactic of making the video look and sound as bullshit as possible. Because no one is going to see this on their timeline, see 23 minutes, and be like, oh, this is a normal video. I know what I'm getting going into this. And it took off. This was by and far our most successful video. I think it got like 8,000 views in the first weekend, which is like chump change nowadays. But to us, keep in mind, our big video before that was like 500 views with the fighting game video. And this video lapped it in like 4 days. So at that point, Adam and I are like, besides ourselves, like, I guess we're Persona YouTubers now. And at the time, Adam had never played a Persona game. He only started playing Persona 5 after the FNAF video. So like, there was this massive amount of imposter syndrome going into the FNAF video, which we'll discuss in a moment. But as for the contents of this video, I think it's great. It's got fucking, Yu Narukami is fucking the bear. It's got the alternate timelines. It sets up various reoccurring jokes that persist throughout the series. Kind of hating on was set up here. My love for Akechi. Oh, God, I love Akechi. What is this? Yeah, no, this video is just good. Like, this is the first thing that, like, on this list, I can say undoubtedly, without being narcissistic about it, this is just a good video. Did someone make the poll? Did Phoenix make the poll for me? God, fuck. All right, I'm making the poll. Sorry, I should not put the responsibility on Phoenix. Persona Bear. I can find things to say about this to buy time. Oh, thanks, Phoenix. Now you made the poll. Once it's distracted me. No, sorry, Phoenix. You can tell my voice is getting shot, by the way. No, great ass fucking video. I don't know if it's the funniest thing I've ever written, but it is top 3 for me. I have a very special place in my heart for the first Persona Bear trilogy, because I feel like that is the most I have perfected being funny. You'll notice after Island, I start to lean more into the continuity and absurdist angle of the Persona Bear trilogy. But this first video, this was solely just about the goofs. Just sound as stupid as possible in an interesting scenario. Like, when you tell someone, oh yeah, it's a tier list video, but there's alternate timelines and like a set of events and the bear being gay affects the rankings, like, oh yeah, and like this was also when I started doing like little Gmod sections. Like, I just remember Adam and I having so much fun with this. And this was a massive editing in comparison to the previous videos, because the previous videos were just like, you know, put relevant footage on screen that corresponds to the topic. No, this was like, we're doing camera angles, we're doing multiple games, fuck the purple border, that's gone. You know, we're doing like, look at this 2D DVE. There's a tier list, and it's like, whoa, it's popping, and it's black and white, and now it's like, oh, we're doing green screens now. Like, there's a little dancing Yoshizawa at some point. Yeah, a little green screen dancing Yoshizawa on the table. Wow. No, I'm gonna look at the list. 15 results. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Not one person in this chat hasn't seen it. Let's go. God, I still kind of wish I was doing this with the 200 viewers. But no, Fred heads are in chat right now. I personally put this at A, or S. Honestly, fuck it. I'm putting it in S. You guys are putting it in S. I'm putting it in S. And by the way, this screenshot right here, this is the Joe Frederick channel circa April 2023 in a nutshell. No one fucking watched these videos, but everyone knew this was generational. Also, shout out to my boy, Steven, made the thumbnail for me on this one, as he did for Persona FNAF. I'll make the poll for this one, Phoenix. It's okay. This also gives me a chance to catch my breath. Okay. Persona FNAF is, I feel like I'm saying, oh, it's interesting to every single one of these. But from here on out, I've got a lot of shit to say because this is when the videos start becoming planned. Okay. So, Persona FNAF, as I mentioned a second ago, this one was scary for Adam and I. Because you have to understand, we were making videos for like around a year and 2 months at that point. Our big video before that was the Mario spin-off retrospective, and it bombed. So I basically, not that I think he needed convincing, but after we got like, there was only 30 minutes left of the Mario spin-off video. And at that point, I wrote all of Persona Bear in one night, and I'd started like recording the Gmod footage for it, and I'm just telling Adam over and over again, like, I promise you, dude, this next video, we just gotta get the Mario spin-off video out there, because this Persona Bear shit is lightning in a bottle, and I want to get it out before anyone can think of it. And it took off, so we're like, well, now we gotta do a sequel. And I remember I was sitting on call with my sister, Allie, and a couple of her friends, and we were joking about the bears and, oh, Freddy Fazbear. And I just said, like, oh, what if we put them in Five Nights at Freddy's? And, like, as soon as I said it, the Jimmy Neutron brain blast happened, you know? I was like, oh my god, that's the sequel video. So I run to Adam, and I'm like, dude, not only is this fucking hysterical, not only can we get so many jokes out of this, this is still a bear video. At that point, I did not go into this planning a bear trilogy, alright? It was complete happenstance that the bear was even like a relevant factor in both videos, right? So, I'm like, okay, I wrote this in like, I wrote the general outline for the video in 1 or 2 days. We start recording and we start editing it. And the entire fucking time, we have immense imposter syndrome. We're like, this is not going to be nearly as good as part 1. Like, we're just trying to imitate ourselves here. And there was a lot of things that we, like, added to the video to try to punch up the comedy. Because we were so insecure it was not as funny as part 1. Adam proposed all of the Smiling Friends bits. Like, those are in each, like, break. Like, in between character segments, there's a Smiling Friends gag. There's the, like, why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here? In the, Adachi segment. Whatever. You guys have seen this video. But like, he added those. I remember I was sitting on a call with a bunch of friends talking about how I could like add jokes to make it funnier. And I later, like way later in production, thought about how funny it would be if there was like a cameo character at the end of every segment. So that's how we got Miku from Persona 4 Dancing, fucking the guy from Blaze Blue, what's his name? Ragna. And then I was like, oh, what about Morgana with a hat? And after we did all of that, I thought about fucking Kiryu Monkey Ball, and that had the entire call busting out in laughter, so I knew that was a good idea. But no, there was a version of this video without the cameo characters, without the Smiley Friends bits, and honestly, even if those weren't in the video, I still think this is really good. We were just being, like, overly critical of ourselves, because we're like, oh, we're never gonna recapture what we got with the bear video. And it fucking, it did better. Like, very rarely does a sequel video do better than the original. Like, that is such a fucking, like, abnormality just with anything. YouTube, media, but no, it fucking, I think it's because it's still that absurdist bullshit that you get with, like, that thumbnail and title is so stupid. But it's Five Nights at Freddy's that's more instantly recognizable. So I was like, okay, fuck it, let's do it. And it's awesome, and people seem to love it. Like, I have a question in my Discord that's like, oh, how did you discover Joe? And the Persona FNAF video is often what people tell me they discovered my channel through. But yeah, no, it's just, I really like this video. Personally, I don't know if I put it over the bear video, because it is still really funny. I'm not saying it's worse. It's honestly, like, on par. But I think about the Persona jokes, the Persona bear jokes more. Like, the alternate timeline shtick, one of the funniest things I've ever written. Like, the occasional Gmod shots were good. Ultimately, I'm gonna put it in S tier because I feel like the whole bear trilogy is on a league of its own. But I would put it below the bear video, and part of me is because of nostalgia. Like, that is the video that defined my channel. But let's go ahead and look at chat. What did you guys vote? One person said they didn't see it. Spooter Clone 7, you get the fuck out of here right now! Alright, no, so 8 people put S, 6 people put A, and 2 people put B. Not a single person put it below C, that's for damn sure. Alright, that's going up in S. I am going to take a second to recover my voice, but people in chat, tell me your favorite joke between these two videos. Like, what's your single-handed got the most laughs out of you? While I recover for a second. I'll put Toad on screen while you comment. Everyone loves Toad. Okay, that's probably enough. You guys got your Toad fix. Alright. Next up, we got Persona Island. I've got opinions on this one, which I've said every time. But it is interesting to me that Persona Island is very close to FNAF in view total. Guys, why is the fucking... my honest reaction? You guys are posting that so often. Okay, I'm making the poll. I'm not forgetting. Okay. First of all, I loved this opening bit with Otis the cow.
Great. I mean, nothing could ruin a wonderful day like this.
And Adam added the, like, echo on it as it faded out. Oh, such a good touch. Persona Island is when you can really tell I'm high on my own fumes a little bit. I've, like, fully leaned into the continuity. A big goal for me was going into it trying to play up the Chris McClane kind of, like, personality of taking a bunch of these teenage kids and throwing them in a perilous situation. Because at this point, I've thrown them up against a bear and then a robotic bear. Like I'm starting to try to insert my own personality into the videos alongside the comedy, which a lot of people have enjoyed. And like, man, these sprites are the catalyst of something greater. Also, I really liked the intro for this one.
Because welcome to Persona Island.
I can't tell you how hard I like looked for footage of the main cast in like beach settings, which luckily every Persona game has like a beach episode, right? No, Persona Island was just so fucking good, man. Like, it's honestly, for me, this answer changes depending on the day, depending on when you ask me. By the way, we will talk about the MattPat video. I know a lot of people have been asking. Depending on when you ask me, I could fluctuate how I feel about these 3 videos, right? I think Persona Island is one of the best produced things we've ever put out. It is the perfect middle ground between what I like about the Persona Bear video and what I like about Persona Rumpa. Because this is really just my fan fiction at a certain point. Why'd the music stop? There we go. Okay, no, I need something different. Yeah. It is just fan fiction. This is, like, less so, okay, objective analysis. This character would survive this scenario. And this is, let's throw all these kids in a simulator, and I'm gonna narrate it. We're gonna tell a couple goofs. We're gonna have a couple ongoing jokes. But this is a story, and we're following the narrative. And that's kind of the style I have adapted to this day. There are technically 2 Persona trilogies on my channel, which is like the Bear trilogy and the post-Bear trilogy. Also, oh shit! Absolutely love this video, Chef Kiss. Oh, thank you, Red Monkey, and thank you for the donation. It helps out a ton. But no, like, the post-Bear videos are Persona Pokemon, Zombies, and Danganronpa, which it feels weird to call Danganronpa a single video at this point. That's like its whole own season of a YouTube channel. But it's funny because the trilogies are broken up in a different way. There's the objective analysis, which is like Persona Bear, FNAF, and Pokemon. Because Pokemon isn't really a story. It's, here's a scenario, here's how far I think they make it, plus here's a Pokemon team. But Island, Zombie, and Danganronpa are all narrative focused. And they all kind of tie into each other. There is established continuity between the 3 of them. I mention this every once in a while, but the answers to Persona Danganronpa lie in Persona Island and Zombies, and they're all there, but no one has put the pieces together yet. Haha, funny FNAF joke. No, Island was a massive step up in every way for us. Like, this is the best our visual game was, between, you know, animating the sprites to tell a story, the, like, stat displays, the fucking Danganronpa Day tracker is one of my favorites. Like, where is it? This. I fucking love these, because every day, there's so many characters. Think about how much of an actual undertaking it is for me to write a cohesive story that is funny, engaging, and makes sense with like fucking 20 characters. One of them is a dog, one is a robot. Like, it was just a massive fucking deal for us. But like, I still think the visuals hold up. There's great visual variety. The story is fun. And probably like the biggest takeaway from this, did I put the poll? Did I put the island poll? Yeah, okay. I put the island poll. Let's see. Wow, okay. This is insane. Because like, the first 2 Persona Bear videos, it was like split. Half of you said A, half of you said S. Almost everyone put S for this one. That's like far S for you guys. But no, and like something happened in the middle of this that is iconic. There are two, because the reason, sorry, I'm bouncing around a lot. The reason that I put the FNAF video below Persona Bear is because there are less quotable jokes from it. In my opinion, you might feel differently. There's less things I can quote about it. But this video has so many, like, good quotable moments. This...
Fucking bear! That's right! It's a bear trilogy, motherfucker! You didn't really...
That is iconic. That is so many people's favorite, like, joke on the channel, period. And I had so much fun recording that, too. That was a first taker. This whole, like, bear sequence with On, Yukiko, that's one of people's favorites. And we cannot forget the B plot with Adam and the moles that's quietly happening during all of this. The bear animations. And lest we forget the cherry on top, the giant fucking sprite animations Adam composed, specifically between Akihiko and Kanji, who, by the way, at the time of making these, he didn't know who either of those characters were. He just picked two characters that looked fun and we just fucking ran to town with it. And this fight sequence is made up of so many things. It's Persona 4 arena sprites. It's fucking Kai Kisk green screen footage. Fucking Dog Chie official renders. Like this, it is going to be hard for me to find or make a video of mine that I think is better than Island. It's just so, like, uncontested. Yeah, people are like, oh, I love how unhinged you sound. Yeah, like, that, I'm my most feral in that video. But anyways, by the way, shout out to Twitch chat. The only message being spam. But no, that video, I could genuinely make, that's a weird frame to tab it on. I could honestly talk about any of these videos for like an hour. Island, I think I would have the most to say. Also, it is weird because mentally I have such a specific, like, memory with this. You would never know, but I was the most depressed and anxious in my entire life that month of making Island, which is insane. We made this video in like a little over a month's time. Because like I was getting back together with my girlfriend at the time, and it was kind of like up in the air if we were officially together. We were in that like nebulous gray area of, oh, we're together, but is this gonna stick? So every day was an anxiety attack for me. And I'm fucking spending my time off from that stress working on fucking Persona Island. It was a weird time for me. But yeah, I'm glad so far we can all agree here on these. Okay. We've avoided it long enough. It's time to talk about Matthew Patrick. Which, by the way, it might seem like, oh, you know, not a lot of people have seen this video. And I still think the massive opinion on this is like, oh, I haven't seen it. But the MattPat project, I do owe a lot to as far as like building a community. Sorry, I'm currently making the poll. So the MattPat video, despite it being mentioned, oh fuck, hold on, don't vote on that. I forgot to include something. By the way, shout out to the like 30 people who are here. 35. Ooh, let's not get too hasty. No, so this video came out like, when did it come out? I think it came out after Bear but before FNAF. Am I right about that? No, it came out after FNAF, before Island, which, by the way, you can... This is a fucking, like, awkward middle child, view-wise. So the MattPat project actually predated even the, like, Mario spin-off video. Because, like, the day that he announced his retirement, I was like, oh, I've always wanted to figure out how many times he's referenced FNAF. Because, like, I watched a lot of game theory and film theory, and it felt like after 2021, every single video had some remark about FNAF. Being like, oh, I'm usually talking about FNAF, but today I'm going to talk about Rocket Money, or something like that. Jesus Christ, these visuals. No, but, and like, for years, I wanted to, like, do the research, but it's, like, 1,400 videos or something that, like, it felt like by the time I would watch 5, 3 more would be uploaded. So when he announced his retirement, I was like, okay, I gotta do this now. And I made a Discord, and I invited as many people from the Game Theory Discord, subreddit. I made like a YouTube short trying to promote it. And we had a team of like 100 of us. And that 100 people were extremely dedicated, as you're seeing on screen currently. It was a massive project with so many dedicated people. There were like 20 people who were watching 8 videos a day, or like an hour practically. And we got all the research done in a week. So the question is, why did this video take like fucking 4 months to make? Well, for starters, like, we kind of had to wait a little bit to see the final like 14 theories that he was making. And as you can see on screen right now, by the way, no disrespect is intended with anything I'm about to say. This video swapped spit with like 4 different editors. You guys might remember Kian. He got introduced in this video, as well as Persona Pokemon. He did not exist after that. He ended up quitting by Persona Zombies, which is fine. He has his own channel. Best wishes to him. He came in last because originally this video was supposed to be edited by like Smash Max, and he did the intro, and then for, you know, whatever differences, he couldn't do it, which is okay. So then I brought on this other guy, Ventus HD, and he edited like this next minute and a half, and that like Kian line of him being like, hey Joe, that was originally recorded by this other dude, Ventus, and then he quit. So we're like a month and a half into this, and we only have 3.5 minutes, which is when that guy Kian, he's actually a fan, he DM'd me on Instagram being like, if there's anything I can do to be a part of your videos, let me know. So I was like, hey, I actually do have this project that has been in limbo that I need edited. Would you be down? And he was. And he did a really good job. He edited the rest of this video. I think Adam did a little bit. I honestly cannot remember. But no, this video is good. It is not the funniest or most entertaining if you don't give a shit about MattPat, but this is the kind of stuff that I wish I could make more of, where it's me doing like analysis, but with comedy involved. You can really tell my roots were in watching game theory as a kid. But no, it's a simple one. If you haven't seen it, I actually do really recommend you go and watch it. Kind of more so than the Mario retrospective. It's only 15 minutes. It's edited well. It's got an interesting topic. There's a good like B plot talking about how the server was fucking crazy chugging along. And after this project was finished, I just straight up changed the project server into the Joe Frederick Discord, which all of you are voting in right now. So there are a lot of people who are in the Discord from when it was a MattPat server. So if any of you are a Joe Frederick fan in the Discord, just know that your roots are technically as a MattPat head, whether you like it or not. But yeah, fun video. You can throw it on in the background. I personally, I would put this at around a B or an A. Maybe even A on a good day. I'm only keeping A open for other videos. But let's see what you guys thought. Let's see. Wow, okay. So it's a bit more split. Half of you have seen it, half of you haven't. But the common consensus is B tier. That sucks, man. I love this video. That's okay, though. Okay, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to try to promote all these other videos. You can maybe go watch the Mario spin-off retrospective if you need something to fall asleep to. I do recommend after this video, if you want to throw something on in the background, MattPat FNAF video, not a bad choice. Okay, we are almost done, I promise. We're an hour and a half into this. We're going to beat this list today, I promise. Okay. Persona Pokemon. I have an emotional relationship with this one. I'm making the list right now. So Persona Pokemon is very interesting because it's one of the worst performing in the, like... No, I need music that's not this scary. Sure. Persona Pokemon is interesting because for a while, it was the worst performing in the Persona Versus series, and it still technically is. Now, 50,000 views is nothing to sneeze at, but it is noticeably less than the original Persona Bear trilogy, and, like, the following, like, Persona Zombies and Danganronpa still are kind of lapping it. Which is interesting to me because I thought this would be a more universally interesting concept, giving all the Persona characters Pokemon teams and seeing how well they do on the journey. And I actually, like a week ago, changed the name of this to which Persona characters could thrive as Pokemon Masters. I changed it to putting Persona characters through the Pokemon Week, just to see if that would change analytics. This video was one of the worst experiences for us to make. Because this was the first video that Adam and I, like, dual edited, because Kian was still on the team. And it was the first time that we had, like, experimented with file sharing and sharing an Adobe project file. And I mean absolutely zero disrespect to Kian. Like, he did great work when he was here. I still keep up with him a little bit to this day. Nice guy. I don't know what it was. I'm not on the editing side of things, so Adam could probably talk about this more. It just wasn't working. Like, every day Adam would go on to, like, edit. Half the shit would be file missing because Kian either didn't put it in the right folders or he was, like, moving it, and vice versa. It would happen to Kian because Adam would do it too. So I remember this video took longer than it should have to make, and by the time we were also on a deadline to get it out for some reason. Like, we needed it out by a certain day. So the final, like, 6 minutes were, like, in crunch mode over one weekend. But that doesn't mean this video is bad at all. It's not the funniest, but I still think it's very entertaining. If you are like me, who just likes watching videos where it's like, I give these characters Pokemon, and here's my reasoning, it's fun. Like, I had a lot of fun coming up with the Pokemon teams for everyone. Like, how I think they would do on the journey was kind of an afterthought to make it fit along the, like, format of the other videos. But I still think those are funny and interesting. Like, I do really like this map, and using it as, like, a scale of where people go. I know it's Unova, but whatever. That's a weird frame to cut it on. But no, there's a lot of good jokes in this. I like the display. We're gonna have this display come back in the next video, but slightly tweaked, obviously. No, it's okay. I do think it is an unsung hero of this series because it sets up Persona Zombies. It's got a lot of good jokes, and it's interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't think it deserves to be the lowest viewed in the series. Like, I feel like it should at least be closer to Persona Zombies and Danganronpa than it currently is. But that being said, I would probably still put this at, like, A tier, maybe even B. But it is good to kick on as background noise. Okay, luckily more people have seen this. It is 7 votes A, 4 votes B. All right. I feel a little bit better about this list at least having something other than S or didn't see. All right. Next up, okay, this one I feel like is going to be a lot of people didn't see it. But I have fond-ish feelings for this one. So, Metaphor was a very fun game for me because I actually got it sent to me by Atlas. I was super fucking excited for the release, like, before I ever got it sent to me. And, they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we know you make Persona content. Would you like a review copy? All you have to do is make a video about, Metaphor. And I was like, dude, fuck yeah. That is the coolest fucking thing to be acknowledged by the company that you're making the videos on. However, it's really fucking scary because it also means someone at Atlas knows I exist, and that thought is really concerning to me. But the Metaphor video, I remember I got told I was going to get a review copy a few weeks before it came out, and I don't like doing regular ass reviews. We know this from earlier in the list. So I was thinking about what I could do, and there weren't enough characters for me to do like a typical, oh, let's do a bullshit comedy thing. Like, oh, which Persona characters could beat a bear? And also they're like fantasy warriors. So it's like, it's obvious. Like, oh yeah, all of them could beat a bear. It's on screen right now, except for the pixie. So I was like, it has to be a topic that I can start writing and scripting as I'm playing, but not beat the whole game, heavily research, review it. So I decided, okay, I'm a Persona channel. Let's do a assigning Arcana, like the tarot meanings to the Metaphor characters. And I'm not going to talk about this one too much. I can already tell you most people haven't seen this. The poll is on the Discord right now. So far, 9 votes. Yeah, most people haven't seen it. But this is a video that I want to do more stuff like, and you're going to tell the next like upload or two is going to be closer to this, where it's analysis, like meaningful character study analysis, but with comedy in it. This one is a lot more analysis than comedy, and it is hard for me to watch it back because there are like a few sections where my mic is horrible. But the general video here is good. But this was also another problem where we had like 5 people editing this. Like, let me look at the editing list. It's a lot. Oh, someone did something? Thank you, Oniboy, for subscribing. Okay, let's see. The editing list on this video is crazy. Yeah, so Smash Max and Kian, who have edited stuff previously, they were on the MattPat video. Attaboy, he did like the last like 2 minutes. And then Rock and his Mario, smaller creator friends of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, but I was like, guys, this is a contractually obligated video. It needs to come out at least a week after the game came out. I need as many people on hands for this. So that's why some sections look and sound different from the others. But still a fine video. Not my favorite. Probably put it around B tier. I know you guys put it at didn't see, although one person put it at S. Thanks, Pikmin fan. Gotta appreciate the support there, Pikmin fan. Wow, man. This is really telling me I should stick to Persona stuff because literally the only videos on the board are Persona right now. Okay. This one is different though. Surely you guys have seen this one. The Smash Taxes video. I was excited for this one because at the beginning of every year, which by the way, I am making the poll. At the beginning of every year, I write like 5 creator goals for myself. And one of them for last year was make a video in the like same style as my usual stuff, but in a different fandom. And it might be a little bit cheating to put Smash Bros because that technically does have Joker in it. As you can tell, I obviously marketed it that way, but I fucking like this video, okay? It's a classic Joe Frederick, a bunch of characters in a very silly scenario where we're overanalyzing it, and you see the title and you're like, okay, I gotta see what bro is talking about. What is bro spitting? And it did really well. It's like, I think, top 5 on the channel right now. I might be wrong, excluding Goro Akechi reference. Wow. Fact video finally overturned it. It's 6. Top 6, but that's not bad, considering it's beating Persona and Rumpa Part 1 and 2, and Persona Pokemon. But no, a lot of people like this video. I do eventually want to make a... Is this real music? That'll work. I do need to make some revisions to it. Like, you guys know I made the Bear Trilogy video, which is a compilation of parts 1, 2, and 3, with, like, future notes responding to feedback. There are a lot of corrections I need to make on this video. But I really like it. This is an A tier for me. It makes me want to make more non-Persona videos, but in the style of my Persona content. And I think it would do over pretty well. I'm looking at the poll. The majority of people are putting it in A tier, which, you know what? Fuck yeah. I'm just impressed that you guys have seen this one. And I think you only saw it because Joker is on the thumbnail. Okay. I need to go to the bathroom. Give me 60 seconds. Please don't leave stream. I'm gonna put Toad. I'm putting Toad back on the screen. Give me 60 seconds. I will wash my hands. Okay. I rushed. Did we lose anyone? No. Okay, we're all still here. I genuinely only think because I put Toad on screen. I wonder where Toad is going to. Views went up because Toad. We should delete all of Joe's footage and make it all Toad. You know what? I haven't even told Adam about this. But Toad is like his main in every game that Toad is available. And he gets like little Toad Christmas ornaments. Yes, I did wash my hands. I also keep hand sanitizer by my desk so I don't get gamer goo everywhere. But no, Adam would love that Toad is becoming a stream icon. I almost should put like a little animated Toad like in the corner. You know what? Fuck it. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Fucking Subway Surfers Toad stream. Are we all for this? Should I leave this here? Just give me a yes or no in chat if we leave Toad on the, like, corner. Are we fully brain rot in this chat? What? The views really did go up when I put Toad on stream. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh my god. Alright. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay. I did get a response from Reddit about the thing. I'm going to temporarily put Toad on screen because I do admittedly want to read this. Because if I have to put out a public apology, there's no better time to do it now. Alright, just fucking everyone watch your Toad, jingle the keys while I read this post. Oh wow, this is a lot. This is a lot. Oh my god, I cannot read this all in a brief moment. you guys enjoying Toad. I promise. I will be back. I'm here. I need to figure out if I'm saying something while I have people's attention. Okay. I did get word back from the Persona mods. This is not the focus of this stream, and I don't even think they're here, because I'm talking about me for the past hour and a half. I will just say, they reached out to me today to have a civil conversation. I made a post on my subreddit yesterday being like, hey, I am willing to talk this out if you guys are. And they reached out. We minced words. We talked it out. There are still a lot of things I don't agree with. All right? And that goes on both sides. But I can say for certain, today we were able to bury the hatchet, as it were. They have removed my name from the... It's not the blacklist. A lot of people thought my name was blacklisted. I did too. It's apparently like a short list. I don't know the difference between those two things. I'm not that active of a Reddit user. But my name was put on a list. It is now removed. And I am unbanned. So I was able to get them to have a civil conversation with me. They were very fair, all right? Like, I took accountability for things I did. They took accountability. It is resolved. I can now post in r/persona again. That being said, this is with the agreement that I would tell my audience, like, hey, even if I don't agree with everything they've done, you know, there were some things that I did do wrong, and I'm not going to do them again. And this is with the understanding that you guys don't go flood the subreddit with just my name. If you're going to share my content, it has to have additive value. Deem that from what you will. But peace was an option. All right, we talked it out. They did unban me. The thing is, I knew that they were looking at everything I was posting. And I'm not saying this negatively. Again, we're not going to dwindle on this for too long. But I put out a post last night being like, hey, I know you're seeing this. I know that we are arguing. I know mom and dad are fighting right now. But I do genuinely think we can work this out. My DMs are open. So we did it. Crisis averted. Now, granted, there was a lot of stuff in that message that I had to skim through. It's pretty clear that there's still some things we don't agree on, but they did agree to some stuff. And I think that's really big of them. I know that I spoke negatively about them a lot yesterday, and I do want to clarify that even then, the fact that someone can be an absolute dick to me, just an absolute monster, but if they're able to come to me and say, hey, I'm still upset, but I do accept some blame for this, that's usually enough for me. So we're good. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I do have to respond to them eventually. But I can now post stuff in Reddit with 8 asterisks on it. But hey, that's something. Okay. Also, the footage is about to go to King Boo. Do you guys, are you okay with that? Or should I rewind to some Toad footage? Yes, Toad 1. I'm waiting to start the next segment on if you guys are okay with King Boo or if I'm rewinding to Toad. Toad is too good. Guys, chat is way more involved with the fucking Toad stream than anything I'm talking about. Alright, people are okay with Boo. Sorry, Dax. People want the Boo. Although Red Monkey's saying Toad, and he did give me money earlier. Alright, tell you what. Compromise. This is stupid. Hold on. Can I do both? Can I? Oh no! It's the same one! Oh fuck. Okay, I can still do this. Okay, hold on guys. We're going on a side quest really quick. Okay, okay. Just everyone calm down. Okay, look, see now we got Boo and Toad. No, we're not doing double Toad. You sick freaks. You get one Toad. Can I even like reasonably talk about my videos at this point? I feel like the stream is derailed into something. Cover the entire screen? No! You gotta at least be able to see the, like, bottom third of my stream. God, now all we need is soap cutting and a text to speech reading Reddit. Best reality. Okay, no, sick bugs. And it's just as loud as you. Oh, the volume's on? Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I didn't know, guys. Okay, no, this is not a Toad stream. We're getting back on track. Okay, I need to fucking, like, I need these at least to, like, I need these somewhere that's not, okay, you sick fucks. You want Toad so bad, he's overlayering your text. And then King Boo. Oh, man. Very tiny King Boo. Turn it back on. No, guys, I'm not turning the fucking Toad back on. You can have him in the corner, but you're not getting his screaming. This is a disaster. I know. Fucking, alright. We're finishing this list, y'all. We're doing it, okay? We only have, like, 5 fucking entries left. Okay, and I need different music. Oh god, I'm out of Pokemon XD music. Alright. Fuck it, that works. Okay. I'm looking at chat one more time, and then we're getting this shit back on the rails. On. Guys! Toad tier list when? Dude, is there a Toad tier list? I'm kind of tempted to do a Toad tier list if there's one. Toad. Okay, there's Captain Toad Toads, hosts and Mario parties, Toad colors, Toad silly camp. Oh, that's a layer of internet I am not familiar with. The ultimate Toad tier list. Okay. Wait, I saw definitive back there. Does this have more Toads? No. What about this one? Okay. No, we're gonna do the ultimate Toad tier list, and then we're gonna go back and do our fucking tier list that we came here to do. Okay? Viewership will shoot up 300%. Joe, just play Toad on me. No, you guys are getting the fucking Toad tier list, and then we're going back on. Alright. The fact that there's an absolute worst Toad, hypothetically, is insane to me. Alright. Let's start off. Blue Toad plush. That's an S tier. Absolute best. Look at that little fuck. I love that little fuck. Okay. This fucking teal green helicopter Toad doesn't exist. That's an imposter Toad. That's not real. That's very clearly photoshopped. This plush Toad kind of loses a little bit of it for me. His face is weird. But yellow Toad, hello. Give me some of that, please. Someone clip that. Okay, Toadette, pink squirrel, that looks fake. That also looks Photoshop. We're gonna put that in bottom tier. Joe, what are you talking about? We don't see any amphibians. Which toast could beat a bear? Fraud Toad. You're so mean to Adam. No, dude. Okay, this little fucker, this little plush Toad. Oh, that's the best one. Look how stupid his face is. And his head isn't even bulbous. It's just an extension of his face. Okay, real pink helicopter Toadette, that's fine. Oh, this is an all-timer. Actually, fuck this guy. This guy's the worst. Fuck his little face. Dad, don't take that one out of context. Mario Kart Double Dash Toadette. That's cool. I like that she was introduced for, like, Double Dash. She was created for a Mario Kart game. Her plushie, on the other hand, though, is kind of a downgrade. I don't like the little nubbins. I like the 3D Land green squirrel Toad, but I don't think it's real. But I like it, though. It's my list. It's my Toad list. Fuck you guys. This is Blue Toad, but with less sauce. E tier. I'm learning I don't like basic Toad. Blue Toad, on the other hand, is awesome sauce. It's like a B. Okay, Squirrel Blue Toad, though, that's pretty cool. The viewership is plummeting. Should we all go to Adam's channel instead because he likes Toad more? No! I am literally... Hi, DJS Kirby. Thank you for subscribing. I'm giving you as much Toad content as a streamer humanly can. Alright, and then everything else is an F tier because you guys hate me. Except Squirrel Toad. I like Squirrel Toad. Alright. There's your Toad tier list. We're going back to talking about me. Okay, can we talk about Persona Zombies? Is that okay? Are you guys willing to do that for your old pal Joe? I'm making the poll in Discord. It's posted. Are you guys still talking about Toad? Do a Toad impression? Normally I would, but my throat is shot after almost 2 hours of streaming. Notice how the top 5 Toads are all male? No! Toads don't have any gender, canonically. Toadette is not male or female, so we can't even do the Joe hates women bit. Okay. Are people voting on the zombies one? Yeah, okay. I can start talking about Persona Zombies. If you guys were in the Discord when Persona Zombies was released, you'd know I actually have kind of controversial opinions on it. I think it's my least favorite in the Persona Versus series. I would put it around B. Because in a lot of ways, Persona Zombies was a project that I wasn't as passionate about in the same way I was Island. It was very much a transitionary title between the Persona Versus series and Danganronpa. A lot of that video is setting up for Danganronpa. And I tried to make the discussion more interesting by adding a layer of RNG to it. So like I rolled dice for where everyone went, what the difficulty level was, and what their equipment was. And I think that did pretty well. It made the video more interesting than normal. But that's kind of all I find the video to be. It's just kind of interesting. It does have a lot of lore that has gone undiscovered for Persona Rumpa. I'm going to keep pointing at Persona Zombies because there's stuff in there you guys haven't found yet. And the thumbnail is very good. Shout out VixMix. But I don't remember a lot of jokes from it. Cocaine Akihiko. That was, you had to be there, dude. That was a A-tier joke. I see A-Train get commented a lot now whenever we talk about Akihiko. Someone in my Discord is named Cocaine Akihiko, and they are very active. There was a lot of fan art made for Persona Zombies, which was fun. So I don't know. It's good. I don't think it's a bad video by any means, but I look back on it and I know my heart wasn't fully in making it. It was kind of in production hell for a little bit. I will say, just between you guys, because it is me and the, like, 50 Fredheads in chat. When Kion quit, Adam was, I don't want to say happy, because he did like Kion. There's no Kion beef here. But he was, like, so coming off of the frustration from Persona Pokemon. So I was like, okay, tell you what, buddy. Since Kion was at the end of Persona Pokemon alive, we have to write him out somehow so you can make him a zombie and shoot him. So the very first frames of this video are hit. Oh, wait, that would have. Let me turn the audio on for that.
Hello, everyone.
It's him shooting Kion to death, and then he's never spoken about in the Joe Cinematic Universe ever again. No, this video was fine. This, I feel like I'm trying to replicate Persona Island and not doing as good of a job. But it's still kind of fun. Cocaine Akihiko, classic bit. No, I think it's fine, but what do you guys think? Ooh, we've got 20 votes now. Wow, okay, 9 for S, 6 for A. I'm surprised. I thought you guys would have put that in A tier. No, it's still good. It's still a good video worth the watch. If you're a Persona fan, it's definitely worth it. Okay. Next. Whoa. It's funny that I have to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. No, my throat is too shot to do that voice any better than that. Usually my streaming limit is at 2 hours and we're getting there, but we're not done. We're not done. I don't expect people to have seen this. I've started to let myself have one video a year that I make that is just for me. Like, it's one that I don't care if it does well. It's not gonna grow the channel. Sorry, I was making the poll. And the Sonic voice was definitely one, because I cannot stress to you guys just how many comments I used to get about my Sonic voice. Because so many people would, like, discover my channel and hear the voice and, like, not know this is a comparison people made. So many people would be like, they're revealing it. Like, they're the first person to ever have this thought before. And I genuinely wanted to make the video just so I had a video on my homepage that says, do you know you sound like Sonic the Hedgehog? Just so that people would stop commenting it. And of course that didn't work. Now people will comment it just to, like, keep the bit going. 95% of the comments on this video has, oh man, has anyone told you you sound like Sonic? And it's like, haha, funny bit, guys. Thanks for the comment farm, idiots. Sorry, I needed my fun juice. No, this video is fine. To be honest, I wish I kind of got to make more videos like this, because this is essentially just an edited stream topic. You know, this is just me kind of talking and shooting the shit for a minute. I also had a Figgies ad, I think. Yeah, this is the first time I got to talk about Figgies. So this video basically was just an excuse for me to plug merch. Which, by the way, between you guys, I make, like, no money off of this Figgies thing. I really only just do it because I genuinely do like the merch, and I like that they keep sending me it. But no, this video is fine. I feel like I can't, in good faith, put it any higher than, like, C tier, because it's not really a video. Not to say it's just an advertisement. It's just me getting to shoot the shit for a minute, which is nice. I don't get enough of those. The results are... No way you guys put this in fucking S tier. Okay, fucking, there's only 12 votes. I need everyone in the YouTube chat right now to go vote on this poll in the Discord. I need at least 18 of these fucking votes, because there's no way this is up there alongside Persona Island. Like, you guys are nuts. S for Sonic, but no Toad. Oh god, you motherfuckers. Is it really? Okay, now people are just voting S to spite me. Alright, fine. We'll put it up there. You motherfuckers. The fact that the Sonic video is higher than the Pokemon video is upsetting to me. Alright, we need new music. Oh, wait, I can do the Pokemon. We'll do this. Fucking love Dr. Pez. Any Dr. Pez heads in the chat? Okay. So, next up, we only have, like, 5 more of these to go, alright? And I'm gonna clump both of these fact videos together, because they're basically one larger video. These are the one absurd fact about every Persona character videos. There could potentially be a part 3 talking about the social links. This video is weird. Let me make the poll. By the way, the data for this one might be a bit skewed, because I'm basically saying, if you've seen one, you can vote on that. You don't have to have seen both. Also, I put the true icon on S. That's not subliminal messaging. I just fucked it up. No. These videos are weird, because part 1 was made by my friend Nikes. It's the only time that he's ever edited for me. And it was specifically a very simple to edit video. Like, not to say he's no Adam, but Adam is very experienced with, like, intensive editing at this point. This was meant to be like, I'm hiring a friend to just do this simple, like, no thrills, just put the footage on screen and maybe a keyframe every once in a while. And he did a bang-up job. We got this done in, like, 2 weeks. But this, I thought, was going to be, like, a MattPat level, like, maybe 30,000 views. You know, nothing crazy. And it is, like, number 4 top viewed video now. And I think it's because, like, it's a simple concept, right? It's easily rewatchable. It's short. You don't need to be a brain-rotted Persona fan to enjoy it. You might just be watching some Persona content and see one absurd Persona character fact on each whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, I've got 10 minutes. I'm interested in that topic. But the funny thing is, and I'm going to open my analytics for this one. This video is the biggest example of changing a thumbnail working that I've ever had. I've talked about this on stream a few times, but I had a thumbnail originally that was just the Akechi Redditor thing. It was like that PQ2 render and then an arrow pointing to Akechi and then the Reddit logo, right? And the video bombed at first, but then I changed the thumbnail to what it is now, and you can see, yep, like around 15,000 views. I changed the thumbnail, immediately shoots up, and it has had consistent growth ever since. Like, every time I upload a video, it goes up by, like, fucking 6,000, 10,000 views. And, like, it kind of has given me an existential crisis a little bit, because it's part of what's made me realize, like, hey, maybe I don't need to spend over $1,000 in art and editing fees to make good Persona content. Not that I'm suddenly gonna sell out and only make absurd fact videos. Like, I do kind of want to make a third one at some point, just to round off the trilogy. But I can make simpler edited videos, and as long as what I'm talking about is interesting, they can still do kind of well. Like, not every video needs to be this, like, grand epic. Also, hold on, guys. Fucking, here's your Toad. I looked down at chat, and no one's talking about the video. They're talking about Toad. Stop yapping and bring back Toad. Jesus Christ. You fucking animals. But no, I actually really fucking like these videos. I would argue that they are close to my favorite because of what they symbolize. It's like, oh, I don't need to make... Like, obviously, I want to make these grand epics, you know? I want to make these big, cinematic masterpieces. But, like, sometimes I can just talk about Persona, and sometimes that's enough. Not that it's, like, easy. These videos still, you know, I have to research them and, you know, find ways to insert comedy into them, so it's not just me reading a script, but, like, I like them a lot. But what do you guys think? You guys... Aw, you guys are so sweet. You're also putting these in S tier. I think you guys just have a crush on me. That must be it. Alright. We're so close. We basically have 2 videos to talk about left. And we're going to close on Persona Danganronpa. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. You can put in YouTube chat if you disagree with this. I'm not going to do a fucking Discord poll because I know the answer. No one fucking watched this Sonic video. This is my worst performing video basically ever. Because, like, yes, it has more views than, like, my early videos, but I had no audience then. I have an audience now, and no one watched this. And I can't say I blame them. It was a situation where Sega reached out to me, and they were like, hey, do you want an early review copy of Sonic Racing Crossroads? And I was like, dude, fuck yeah. But I didn't want to make a review. So I was like, I could make an absurd facts video, like I did for Persona when I had to do the Figgies ad. But I'm like, the Sonic community is so well established, there's no facts I'm going to come up with that are interesting. So the entire video is parody. It's a stroke, I don't want to say a stroke in motion. It's a fever dream in motion, where each fact is either incorrect or just wrong. And I think it's funny. Like, I do think this is such a funny, like, shitpost, but it's not a high quality video. Like, the intention was to upload something and people think I'm not doing mentally well, because I wasn't. But, like, I don't know, comedy-wise, I think it's, like, around a C. It's a little lower for me because it didn't do well, like, at all. If you've ever seen, like, 5 Hidden Pomnies, it was inspired by that. It's funny. It's like, it's not a real video. It's like, it's a shitpost. Just go check it out. It's not just a basic Sonic video. It's stupid. Okay. Did I know that Omega sweats? Yeah, I did, actually. Okay. Final one. This is the final fucking little ranking. And it's a big one, gang. It's the Persona and Rumpa duology. I'm not doing these separately. Because it is basically all Chapter 1. These are, by and large, no contest, the highest produced things on the channel. It is a, like, 20-plus man team. It has, like, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hey! 5 Schmunners from Astro Comet. I hope you know that Persona Rumpa is the very best thing that got me out a few months long art block in order to make fan content. So thank you. Dude, Astro Comet, that's awesome. If you're not in the Discord already, you should fucking... Oh, whoa! Thank you, Judge Mentkazi, for the 20 pounds? Canada dollars? Ringgit? Peak Cinema. Okay, guys, thank you. I'm glad that you like Persona Rumpa. No, there's an art team for it. There's a voice acting team. The editing on this is absolutely nuts. This is the culmination of the, like, narrative storytelling I wanted to do in Island, but it is now, like, fully realized. I also think it's funny. Obviously, the trial is a lot more narrative focused than it is on the goofs and the jokes. But part 1, I think, is a great watch. And this is a series that I desperately want to fully realize. I do not want to fall into the traps of, like, Danganronpa fan projects. They get 1 chapter out, and then they die. And honestly, a lot of them are lucky to even get the first trial out. But kind of the stressful thing about this is that the Persona Danganronpa videos, while they are doing well and they have a very, very dedicated audience, they're not doing the best view-wise. Like, fucking the Absurd Fact video has more than parts 1 and 2 combined, and it took a 26th of the amount of time and money to make. So like, I have all of the series like written out in my head, and we are gathering voice lines for episode 2, right? Or episode 3, chapter 2. But it might be a little bit before episode 3. I kind of have to make some of these, not smaller in quality, but in production videos, like a fact video or two. I'm currently recording, scripting, and editing for the ranking Persona characters based on how useful they are video. And then I'm probably going to do one other one, but hopefully in the time that those 2 videos get made, I will have all the assets ready for episode 3, and we can start cooking on it. I had a update video that I recently unlisted, but basically, I've said this before, the best way to keep development on Persona and Rumpa going is to support me on Patreon. I haven't done a Patreon chill all stream. I'm going to do it just this once. Because I've actually put a lot of effort the past couple of days into the Patreon. I uploaded a like 12-minute compilation of playing Detective Pikachu. The first minute and a half of the new video are up there, as well as some like thoughts. I put the original great Persona and Rumpa rant up there. There's a lot of stuff. I'm making more of an effort to put early access and new content on there. So if you want to support me, that would be the way to do it. But looking at the rankings, you guys put Persona and Rumpa, of course, almost all the votes in S tier, which I cannot disagree with. I love these duology videos. Personally, I would maybe put it like this on my ranking, but I think the project as a whole is going to be the best thing I've ever produced. But yeah, this is how our lists differ. I can't say they're exactly the same, but I guess the important parts are similar enough. Are you guys mad about Toad? Is Toad still on screen? Okay, Toad is still on screen. But also, if you cannot support financially, that is okay. You can share the videos on Twitter and Reddit. Just not r/Persona. Just share the videos around. That does more than enough. But way to fucking go, guys. That was like a 2.5 hour long stream, and we kept like 40 viewers the whole time. That fucking rules, dude. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna cover it. I mean, Toad has won this Grand Prix like 3 fucking times. You know, it's not like he's gonna be without if we end it here. Don't say hey, every pony. I see you. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna conclude stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. More Toad content coming at you next couple days.